Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and I'm back from Cuba. So I have one day to knock out a couple videos for you guys, edit them and post them for Wednesday and Friday's videos, because I go to Kentucky in the morning. So the first thing I'm going to do is knock out a few different giveaways. So the first one is for the Chivas. Shuffles. There wasn't a lot of entrants to this one. Figured Scotch. Scotch doesn't do well on the whiskey tube. Let's see. See who wins the old Chivas. Kevin Page, you're back on winning streak. Okay, he's actually our first three-time winner. You know what? I'm going to remove him. He's going to get it. I will spin this again. Let me shuffle for a second winner. Someone else can try some old ass Chivas. Tim Dorn 9041. Email me. I'll get that out to you. I'll be right back for the next one. Whew. All right. So while I was putting all these names here, shuffling. Okay, so this one's for the Madeira Finish Rise video. But yeah, so I was putting the names in here when I was going to look, and I saw that the Jack Daniels ones has over 100 comments. That's going to take me a while to put all the names in there. Oh boy, let's see. Ona? Yep, Ona 1000. Man, a lot of repeat winners. And the next one's going to be for the Jack Daniels 12 and 14. I'll be right back. Whew, okay. That's commitment right there. So there's 47 entrants, and there's a good mix of new and OGs in there. So I'm curious on who's going to win. So again, this is for the Jack Daniels 1 ounce samples. They're already boxed up for the 12 and 14. Let's see who wins. Aaron Klein, 34. Congratulations. You've been around since the beginning, so an OG one. There will be other opportunities to win the Jack Daniels 12 and 14. I already have a few different ideas to do stuff with them. All right, so today's video is my March whiskey haul. And I know you can kind of already see the shadows because they're kind of covering. Every month when I do these, I'm like, I'm not going to have that many bottles to talk about. And every month, I'm lying to myself. So I'm just going to grab whatever's closest to me. They're kind of piles with the receipts. All right, so this is a more of like a cautionary tale. So I know I talked about it in a previous episode where I went and did a whiskey tasting at a liquor store for Wicked, High and Wicked. And then afterwards, a few of us were sampling, basically doing a bottle share. And then I went shopping. This is what happens when I drink a little bit before I go shopping. I spend money on nonsense like this one. America, Texas Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Just because I like the label. So this one was $32.99. No, wait. So it's $30. $29.69. Now these two, the two Joseph Magnus cigar blends, I plan on doing a video where I compare batches from under 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 300, and over 300. Because like on this bottle it says Nancy Fraley's on it, but I don't think she's still doing any of the blends there in the newer batches. So I want to compare some of the older stuff to newer stuff and see whatever ones are best. But these were earlier batches. This is batch 82. And this is batch 57. So if I see batches under 100, I'm going to pick them up. And each of these were 180. Then I saw this old school Rebel 10-year barrel, the Rebel Yell. This is like an older bottle, charred oak barrels, 100 proof. And this is like the older version from what I was kind of told. Possibly put on the shelf or maybe finding it somewhere. That was $90. So then this is two store picks from that store, but they're not exactly they're not the same. So one is 144 proof, And the other one's 135 proof. And when I was talking about like we're drinking, we were drinking. This was part of that drinking. That's why this one's open, because I opened it so we could, whoever was there, could try this one, the 135, and someone else opened their 144. That's why this one's not open. But they were both delicious. And those Penelope Light 17 years, American light whiskey, are $115. And then I saw this bottle on the shelf, and I was like, huh, this looks interesting. 8-year, I'm sure it's cheap. Let's see if I'm right. $54. And another reason I probably picked this up, so it's 55, so 110 proof, but it said finished in 3-chamber rye whiskey barrels. I've never heard of such a thing. So I was like, that could be something interesting to talk about. And then this expensive bottle. So I went to a bottle share a month or two ago. It was like at a cigar lounge. And this was the bottle. I don't know if it was exactly this edition. Because this edition 11.1, the 2023 Bruichladdich Black Arts. This goes for, this is $630. Not cheap at all. But this is the bottle I brought to the bottle share a couple months ago. Brand new, because I wanted to try it. And everyone drank it. So when I saw another one, I picked another one. Maybe I won't bring this one to a bottle share so I can enjoy the whole bottle, but I'm not complaining. But it was really good. Everyone enjoyed it. That our Scotch guys, girls, whatever. I don't think there was any girls there, but so that's these. This is from one shopping experience. All the price I told you. Okay, I just grabbed random bottles. Seems like there's a lot of onesie twosies going forward. So the Four Hill, which you guys seen a review on this already, because this is the review that came out today for National Beer Day. Today's National Beer Day, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Granted, you're going to be watching this 2 days after, but I'm recording on National Beer Day. So you guys already know this is $40, right? Yeah, $39.99, and it was okay if you haven't watched the review. It's finished in stout barrels, right? And so this is Sazerac Rye. This is a pick from a local liquor store. The way I was able to get this, I didn't have to wait in line or anything like that. They do like charity events during like Christmas time, and basically if you raise money for it, they'll do a pick in the future. Like a couple years ago, I got a Bland's opportunity to buy a Bland's. This year was the Sazerac Rye, and this was $31. And then this one, the New Riff Winter Whiskey, made with malted oat and chocolate malt, bottle and bottle without chill filtration, featuring malted oats and roasted. Well, I cannot read. Roasted chocolate malted barley. I haven't opened it. To me, pretty interesting, the whole whatever, all that stuff. And this was $63. And at the same time, I bought a Nulu Maple Brulee finished bourbon, which I bought 2. And I see it over there. And that one was $93. But that one I picked up for someone else. Actually, one of the viewers. I don't know if I should say his name or not, but he got it already at this point. Okay, so the Chivas 12, which was another video you guys watched, we just did the giveaway for it. So I had to go buy this so I could compare it. And I also bought this, so this was $35. And the Seagram's VO that I bought for another video in the future, which is a pint of it, was $10. Okay, so this is a Russell's Reserve store pick, 9-year warehouse TYG floor 4. And that one was $80. And this, I'm surprised actually I've done a review on this, because I picked it up to do a review, and I don't know if I forgot about it, but this is something new that I've never seen before. This is the Remus Series number 1, 9-year, 53.5% alcohol, 107 proof. And this was $65. I don't know if see that, but yeah, I'll definitely do a review on this soon. I'll compare it to other 9 years, 107 proof, which Weller 107. But I'll look a little bit more into this to kind of put up a lineup against it. And then the blends. If you saw the Jack Daniel's 4T video, you know that I used my supply of them to get that bottle. So I'm restocking up. But they're more expensive now, and that's sad. So now they're 85 bucks. Whew. When people were crapping on blends when it was 60. So, you know, personal thoughts for everyone out at Buffalo Trace, because they have the whole floods going on today and yesterday. And I'm going to Kentucky tomorrow. We weren't supposed to go to Buffalo Trace, but I think some other distilleries might be getting affected because they're somewhere in the same area. But we'll see. I haven't been told that anything got canceled yet, so. Let me grab some more bottles. Okay. More onesie, twosies, and some of them I couldn't find the receipts for. So we'll just start over here to the right. We got the new Loup Brulee, which I talked about before. I did pick up 2. You get already this. Hold on. Stay down. Thing. I already did a review on this finished maple bourbon video. So if you haven't seen that one, check it out. This one did very well. I compared it against the 13th Colony 113 maple, which is going to be in the next lineup. So $93. And I also picked up the 13th Colony 113 I was just talking about at the same store for 65 bucks. Now I picked up a few of those throughout the month, but I only have one because I picked them up for other people and I sent them out already. They all received it already. Because Connecticut gets the 13 colonies. I know they distribute all across the country, so I just try to help out people as I can. Okay, so now we'll get into something that I don't have a receipt for. So I picked up this smoke wagon, Private Select. Picked this up at Worldwide. This is a store pick. I actually picked this up. Remember that, like the first set when I was like, you shouldn't go to liquor stores after you've been drinking a little bit. You're gonna spend some money. So I went to this liquor store after that liquor store and did a couple tastings there. Very strange night. But I picked this up because they did a tasting. It's pretty good. But I forgot exactly the price. And I don't know if I bought other things. Well, I can't find a receipt. But this Cooper and Cass might have been from there too. Cigar blend, bourbon whiskey, 7 years. Yep. Finished in cognac, sherry port, and Armagnac Cass. And what I plan on doing soonish, because this is something I wanted to do like 2 months ago. I told you already I want to do the Joseph Magnus cigar blend and see which one's the best. I'm going to take the winner of that and compare it to other cigar blends. But I kind of want to do that one first so I can kind of pull which one to use against the other ones. Either way, that's the plan. So the 2XO Sneakerhead blends, I don't remember where I picked this up. I think I picked up at Universal, same store as this one, I believe. And I think this is $100, but I'm going completely on top of my head. But I didn't have this one. This is like the only 2XO one I didn't have, so I was like, why not complete the series? But I don't think I'm going to continue to have all of them in the series. So the Redbreast, I definitely bought with this because the reason I went over there, I believe, was because it was near St. Patrick's Day and they were doing a lot of, everything was cheaper, I believe. Either way, this is the Redbreast 12-year cash strength, which I reviewed, and I probably killed the bottle. That's why I got a backup of it. Did all these. Okay, now this is a funny story, I guess. I thought it was cute, I guess. So I go to this liquor store that I don't really go to, but I go there once in a while. That's the liquor store that I bought the very old St. Nick bourbon, right? For like $2 something, whatever it was. And I walked in and the guy remembered me. He's like, how was that bottle? So we talked, and they have great pricing, but he doesn't ask for allocated stuff. He just doesn't really, I guess in that area, he doesn't really have anyone that's like the whiskey taters going out there and asking for things, so he doesn't really get anything in. But he has stuff like the whole have orphan barrels and have blends on their shelf and stuff like that aren't crazy, but stuff I already have. And he was talking about how he's had this bottle on his shelf for a long time. And I was like, you know what? I don't have that bottle. I'll buy it from you. And so I bought this, and I don't like Dickel. Dickel's one of the brands I don't like, and I plan on doing a video about it. And so I was like, well, might as well do it. So this is the Dickel Bow & Bond, 13-year age dated, 100 proof, for only 45 bucks. So all the stats would tell you this is good, but I highly doubt I'm gonna like this bottle. But we'll see. Eventually I'll get to it. Okay, so then these two, the Old Forester Rye Barrel Single Barrel Rye Barrel Strength, 128.2 proof. This wasn't a pick. This was just from them. I used to never see these, and I feel like they're popping up a lot more. And that one was 90 bucks. Then I also picked up this Teeling Wonders of the Wood Swedish Oak, 100 proof. Just because it was different. This is at my small little liquor store over here. They don't get a lot of stuff, but the pricing is good, and you do 10% discount for military. So this one was $83.69. So I picked it up just because. Why not? Last lineup coming out. All right, we finally made it to the end. There's no more after this. So I picked up the Bookers, and I do plan on reviewing this. This is just hit shelves right before I left for Cuba. This is the 2025-01 Berries batch, and this was $97.99, so 98 bucks. And I picked up a 13 Colony. This one, another one, and again, because I picked up 4 total, I sent out 3, and I have 1 for myself. And that was $63 at that store. I think the pricing was a little bit from $63 to $65, depending on stores. One thing that I haven't seen hit Connecticut yet is the Larceny A batch, and we're into April now, which is crazy to me. Okay, so then this is another bottle you guys review. This is the one that basically won between the head-to-head against this and that Fort Hill. For today's, or the video before this one, the beer finished bourbons. And this one was $55. Pretty good. I like that one. The reason I even bought this is because I went to a liquor store, and every quarter they do kind of like a lottery drawing for their loyal customers. And I had like the 10th through 15th, maybe it wasn't that close to the top. You know, they had I think they had a Russell's 15 that went first. Maybe the Jack Daniel's, no, they didn't have the 14. Oh, no. They had a George C. Stagg. Pretty sure that went first. I think they had a Russell's 15. They had a whole bunch of crazy bottles. And if I took any, I don't think I took any pictures, but by the time it was my turn, this is what I got, which isn't terrible. I'm not going to complain about getting a Parker's Heritage. It's the straight malt whiskey finished in reconstructed heavy toast cognac barrels aged 14 years. Proof 107. Now, we were kind of doing like a little bottle share after like the lotteries, the tickets were drawn. And there was a guy at the bar, and he didn't even know that I was the one that won this. But he was saying how this was his, I think, number 2 or first bottle on his list. And that he's hoping he was going to get it. And he wasn't even talking to me. He was talking to someone else. I overheard that. And I was like, do you want to try it? He goes, yes. Like, I went to my car and got it to open it up. I wasn't exactly planning on opening it up that day, but whatever. Whiskey is meant to be shared, so eventually I was going to open it. Oh, did I tell you the price on that? Probably not. Idiot. So this one was $180, the Parker's. If you haven't watched the video on comparing these two delicious whiskeys, I paid several blands for this bottle. And that's why I'm now starting to buy blands at $25 more than I used to be, which is crazy, but I've yet to see this. There's a drawing happening live like tonight that this is, I could possibly win this, so we'll see if I get lucky and get a second bottle of it. That would be amazing. Now, the 12, in that video I told how I spent a little bit up for it because he kind of told me that he's going to get the 14 the next day and did not. So I paid $160 for the 12, which is, I think, $60 over MSRP. But it's pretty good. And I just want a second bottle of this. Remember, was it this video? I think it was this video where I was talking about Auburn needing to cover and win so I can win either a Pappy 20 or Pappy 23. Well, they made it to the Final Four, and they didn't have to even beat Florida. They just had to not lose like the spread, whatever, if you know anything about betting or anything. But they just had to win or not lose by more than 3 points. They lost by 6. So, whamp whamp. I did not get the Pappy 20 or 23. However, the Final Four, I guess, losers, winners, the other 2 people that didn't make the Final Four, or the final 2, our bottles that we won is the Jack Daniel's 12 year. I don't know which batch it is exactly. I'm going to pick it up, I guess, after I come back from Kentucky. So I should have a backup bottle of this one. So that's good. And finally, something that I talked about plenty of times. This one, and this one at this store was $53.99. $53.99. Wait a second. Yep, and there was $63 over here at this store. So, you know, some stores have better pricing. But this is also with military discount. So their store price was $60. So this one's mine. This is the one I reviewed. This is my favorite maple finish bourbon that I've ever had. There it is. That's all the bottles, I believe, I bought this month. So let me know what good bottles you won this month. Just comment stuff. I know it's not a giveaway, so there's less comments usually on these videos, but I'm just trying to knock out a video for Wednesday, and then I gotta go do something for Friday's video. So don't do nothing stupid. If you do, don't get caught. Bye.